Hello, I'm Hilary Duquesne, the author of Living Gluten-Free for Dummies, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make leek tarts. So first you need to prep the leeks, and just a little tip for how to wash and prepare leeks. If you slice them like that, right through the cores, you need 3 fairly large ones for 4 of those little tarts. As you can see, there's always soil in between these layers of leaves, sometimes right down to the middle. If you slice them first, then it's a devil to wash out that soil, and your leek tarts will be gritty. So I always slice them this way and then wash them before I start slicing across. You need to slice these fairly finely, like this. So you need only a small amount of butter, a large knob, about ½ an ounce, 15 grams of butter, and a little grapeseed oil. You don't want it too hot. In with your sliced leeks. These will need about 15 minutes, depends on the age of your leeks really, but when they've cooked, you'll see that they've really wilted right down. So now we'll make the pastry. What I've got here is an ounce and a half each of cornmeal and brown rice flour. This is the cornmeal, brown rice flour, and an ounce of gram flour. That's a ground lentil flour, with ½ a teaspoon of xanthan gum. With 2 ounces of butter, or 55 grams. So this is rubbing in. What you're doing here really is incorporating a bit of air into your pastry. And you finish up with something that looks like coarse breadcrumbs. Make a well and pour in ½ a well-beaten egg. Once you've mixed in the beginning of it, go in with your hand like this. And what I'm basically doing is squeezing the ball of dough gently, and every time incorporating a little bit more of the mix. It's a matter of judgment at this point whether you need a little more liquid. This looks about perfect to me. And the good thing about gluten-free pastry is that you can't overwork it. You've no gluten in it. If you did too much of this kneading with wheat-based pastry, you overdo the gluten and your pastry is quite hard and not very appealing. But luckily that can't happen with gluten-free. There's a few little cracks here, but if it was too dry, it would just be a mass of dry cracks, and when you squeeze it, it doesn't really sort of crack any more. So just dust lightly the surface that you're going to be rolling out on. This is what your dough looks like in the middle. So just form it up into a round shape, and then squash it down a little bit like that, and then start rolling. A tip to get it into the tart tin, you can slide that under your pastry dough. You can just pick up the tin like that, drop it in, and then fold these edges in. Push it round like that, and close off any little splits or holes or tears. Now fill the case quite a lot. So if you fill it right to the brim with the leeks. So what I've got here in this jug is 1/4 of a pint of pouring cream, that's 145 mils, just a fluid ounce or so of milk, that's 30 mils, 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, plus just a little bit of nutmeg and ground white pepper. Just beat it all up together quite thoroughly. You want it quite smooth. Easy way to fill these tarts is to place them on your oven tray, and just while you hold that tray level, just pour it all in. These are best baked fairly high, about 200 degrees centigrade. So after about 20 minutes they should be cooked. As you can see, the little pieces of leek have browned quite nicely. Of course the tart's still hot. You can let them cool right down and serve them cold. Great for taking on a picnic, something like that. And then slide them off onto your plate. So it's absolutely delicious with a few dressed salad leaves. Tuck in.